Monday matches where we play different bots on chess.com and I go through my thoughts on how the game went. And today, you might notice it's not actually Monday, it's Friday the 8th. But that doesn't matter. I will be busy Monday and I have nothing to do today. Anyway, so I just beat the Jimmy bot in 0 losses and I beat him, so that's good. I got an 86.2. So let me kind of tell you what I'm going to be doing. Every Monday, or it could be other days of the week as you have seen just now, I'm going to be playing different bots on chess.com, starting with Adaptive, Jimmy, and then Beginner, Intermediate, and Advanced, maybe some live games with actual players, and then just some, like, hippos, which, like, are weird bots. But anyway, let me show you what my thoughts were as I just beat this game against Jimmy. And I'm going to be listing how many games it took to win, so how many losses I had against the different bots, and then what my score was. I'm an 86.2, Jimmy got a 76. So let's start. This guy will also be talking, just kind of ignore him.
The ready is a less common but flexible opening that controls the center with the knight.
I just figured out how to mute him, forget that. Okay, so I started with the knight, because this is a kind of an attack I like to make. Bring out the knight, bring the pawn up, and then do something like this. I bring out the bishop, knight, and then the bishop attacks. Sets up an attack for a fork, where it's forking black's king, queen, and the rook. Okay. This was an inaccuracy because I can simply just take it with my knight, and that's what I did. Got a free piece. Queen goes up, protecting the center of the board, also attacking my knight, possibly taking. So I ran away. Good move because apparently I just escaped. Where did the little dude go? I don't know where the reviewer went. Okay. Oh, I know what happened. Hit the wrong thing. Okay. So I ran away. Escape, I mean. He moves up his pawn, who's not currently being attacked. And yeah. So it's an inaccuracy apparently that I move up my pawn because I should have attacked their pawn and therefore attacked the queen. But what my thought was on this is to try to let out that bishop to be the attack thing I talked about earlier. Something like that, but this time not working, just attacking that pawn square right here. And possibly attacking this pawn so the pawn can't just advance or I will take. He moves out his bishop. Now this kind of gave him more control of the board and also made him have advanced pieces more when I just had mine passed here. But this piece also was a mistake because he could have moved out his knight. Okay, let's move on. Now I moved out my bishop, and the reason I did that is because, as you can tell, it's check. There are one of three things he could do in this position. He could move his king, he could move up his bishop, or he could move out his knight. So what he chose to do was move out his king, which actually would be an inaccuracy, because there are other things you could do, like do a swap where the king takes, and it's just a normal swap for trade, and the knight. But he decided to move his king over, but now the king can no longer castle, which is not good. So I castled, seeing what his mistake, I decided I would castle. But the best move would have been me apparently to move up my pawn, controlling and attacking that bishop. But that's not what I did, so yeah. So he moves out his bishop to like advance it and to bring it out into battle, controlling the c2 pawn, because yeah. I also moved back my bishop. I think my intent to do this was I was going to move out my knight, but the queen attacked the knight, and then a whole near checkmate thing would have happened. But I decided to move out my bishop because for some reason I was thinking that it was going to not let the queen get the knight, but for some reason I was getting confused where the knight landed. I was counting it wrong, the square's wrong, but I should apparently still attack that bishop, which is the thing that this dude really wanted me to do. Okay, let's keep going. Moves up his pawn, controlling the board. Apparently this was bad because pawns can't move backwards. You're putting, yeah, I shouldn't have opened the G2 file for people to attack. Queen, easy attack here. If I move up my pawn to attack the bishop. And really, he's wanting me to attack this bishop, which I do agree with him. That would have been a better move for me. There are worse moves, but also moves that are better for him. It's really just opening up his pieces here and just not really making it. It's not the greatest thing he could have done. Here I move out my knight, which I like this move because I was attacking this bishop. I would have done it sooner, but I moved the bishop from there instead of just moving out my pawn at first. So I attacked the bishop. And he decides to not move his bishop. He wants to swap here, so that's what he does. And then I move out this, attacking his piece and controlling the file. He moves away. What he should have done is attack the bishop, apparently. What I do here, I moved away. I moved my bishop because I just didn't want him to be attacked by the knight for nothing, pretty much. I'm going to go here. So the queen takes. This was really the turning point of the game, because before that he had really good control over this file, etc. It was close to stuff he could have done, but he decides to move up his queen and take the bishop. And normally this would be an okay move because he's just controlling all sides of this board, everywhere. Not that piece. And could have tried to get something in with his knight to create some sort of checkmate somehow, or whatever. But he decides to do that, but that is just making an unfair trade, because here I just move my king and take. I got a queen, and if this pawn wasn't here, I could have made it really easy checkmate. If the knight, if I lured the knight over here or something, I could have made it easy checkmate, but that pawn was walking in. Moves out that. Advancing, I just got a pawn. I'm also threatening to checkmate. Moves out his knight, I take a knight. Moves out his knight, I take the pawn. Stopping the checkmate from happening by moving that up, because I could have just played a simple checkmate right here, but he didn't move out his pawn, so that wouldn't be checkmate. And check. And he can't move his rook, so I take the rook. He moves out, I take the pawn, moves the bishop. Threaten him with this control of the board here. He doesn't move his knight. He decides to move out that. I could have taken the knight, but I was thinking about doing something with these pawns, possibly trying to threaten that rook. So he chases that away. I take his pawn. He does that, protecting his pawn if I take it. about my knight, take that, something like that. Even if he did control that file, I could, yeah. Anyway, so he decides to protect his knight here, defend it, but he could have just done that, would have been simpler, and wouldn't have lost him a pawn. I didn't take the pawn anyway. I continued with my thought. He moves up that, protecting his king. And this is a free bishop because the knight king can't take because of the knight. So that was very good. He moves his king, sorry, to get out check, and I check him. And then here is where I made a very bad mistake. I moved on my pawn. And that's bad because, well, I was just trying to attack this knight. I wish I could tell you the reason that I did this was because I saw myself later bringing up my pawns with this 3 file on the ABC file to get a queen, and I was okay with sacrificing my queen, but that's not why. I was so focused in on trying to control this part of the board, possibly advancing this pawn, that I just kind of let my queen go. And then here, I literally should have just, it was a good move, getting up, possibly getting a queen, and then I just could have taken that free, would have been great. So he takes that. The reason, here, I'll talk to you why I looked at this pawn, because instead of taking him, because I didn't notice that I saw he was trying to attack this, so instead, I moved the pawn here so that I could just escape my bishop. So I do so. He moves out his knight. Yeah, to escape. And I do this, try to do it, but I lose a pawn. And here is where I was thinking I was going to move away from being checkmated. Because see, the only place, there are 2 things I could have done. What I did, take the knight. Easy, free knight, whatever. If I had done this, which is the only move I could have done except for taking the knight, checkmate. I'll show you why. Because I can't take that piece. I can't run away. I can't take the piece because of the knight. There's nothing I can do in that position. And I was real scared for a second I was going to get checkmate, but then I noticed, free knight. He takes my free rook. It's not checkmate, so I'm okay with it, and I see how ahead I am. I can see myself attacking these files to get a queen, possibly this file. Anyway, so I do this, I'm gonna swap. He blundered his piece. Now, I'm not gonna say how silly that was because if I had blundered my queen earlier. So anyway, and then also this is why, literally could have taken that free piece. Game would have been like pretty much over by then. I decided to try to control his file, something like that. If he takes, I take back. So he also could have just taken a free, not free pawn, he could have taken that pawn to stop me from controlling the file. And also gives away his free rook, which I still failed to see. Well, I saw it, I just thought, you know, this position, it's 3 moves away from getting a queen. What do I care about that free rook? I don't know what it is. He literally had a pawn. If I'd taken this rook, there's no way he could stop me from controlling that file. And then he runs away, which, you know, makes a whole bunch of complicated things I could have just been avoiding this whole time, but whatever. So I move out this to back up my knight, back up my piece. He does this, and then I see, fine, I'll take it. And I do. And now just him and his pawn, his little pawn. So I go up, queen, easy, checkmate, coming close. Could have moved that up, didn't. Check, move, check, move, check. Can't take because this. So I found where checkmate was coming in hand. He can't go here. He could just go here, in which I would just do this. So I found a forced checkmate coming. And so, yeah. I just did this. He moves away. I was like, why would you do that? Because the best move for him would have been here. Because here, what I could just really easily do is do what I did. Make an easy checkmate. Here I do this. I don't know why he ran away. Easy checkmate. By this way is what I did. He can't go here. He can't go here. I mean, sorry, that piece. He can't go here. And he can only go here, here. I'm forcing him into checkmate. I see the double up. What I call the double up is when, say, he moves here. You'll see. Because it's my move, I don't check him here, but right here he has to stay because he just moved there. He can't go to the other places, so he goes there. Check. This is what I call the double up. That's definitely an unofficial name, but whatever. Because of double or attacking the king, he's completely slicing off this whole, completely cutting off the whole F file for him and the G file, so he has to go on the H file. I mean, yeah, he has to go on the H file somehow. So what he does is goes to H file. This evades the check from the rook. If he went here, easy checkmate. But it's checkmate either way. Because double up is when he's only checked by 1 piece. And it's not like he's doing some crazy stuff with how the knight stacking can't go there or whatever. It's just because simply the rook here is controlling that file, so he can't escape. So like he's not incurring check by this piece. It's not a double check. It's just single check. Normally he could just run away from it because they're doubled up. He's in the red zone and he doesn't have enough moves to get out of it. So that's how I got checkmate against Jimmy. 0 losses, and I got a 86. What did I get? I got an 86.2. Bye.
So in conclusion, I got an 86.2. I beat Jimmy Bond once.